This is about to be a video of Tract 12 at Turkey Hollow. We're looking south on the county road. Tract 12 is on the right side of the road. I'm going to pull up a little bit, and then there's a driveway on Tract 12. I believe there used to be some kind of house or something there. But as you'll see in a moment, the house is gone, the trash remains, the rubbish remains. So if we went up a little further, I'll just go up a little further. There's the trail. Here's the tract sign. Tract 12. I'm gonna snap a photo of that. And then we'll go check out that trail. I've been on Tract 12 once. I pulled in the trail about 30 feet, walked around, and that was it. So we're gonna check it out. Oh, here's a nice view, he said sarcastically. I don't know what the situation was. I think they were just messy people living here. But there's some old rubbish. Looks like it's been there, I don't know, 10, 20 years. And let's pull in this driveway and we'll see what we see. The nice thing is it does have the existing driveway. I don't know how far back I want to go. I think I'll call this good and we'll just pop out and have a look. Now, we do have bobcats, we do have machinery, we do have a crew of really good guys. And so oftentimes we'll spend a couple days and we'll clean something like this up. In this case, we're just going to sell it as it is. We have so much going on right now. We're going to just drop the price down and sell it as it is, like I said. Our main guy came and looked at this, and he said he's seen much worse. Although it is pretty bad. We've got, well, this is kind of funny. This will tell you how long ago this trash was put here. Look at that big, that's a walnut tree with the tire around it. And that's probably a 30-year-old walnut tree at least. That's actually a really nice walnut. So this has been here a while. We've got old tires, we've got junk, we've got bottles. So use your imagination on what you want to do with this. I guess I'm no psychologist, but I think there are basically two types of people. One person who will want to clean it up completely and get it pristine, and one person who it won't bother that much and they'll just use this for recreation. And I'm sure 100 types of people in between that, you know, might clean a little bit and might leave a little bit. But I'll show you the very worst part, or what I think is the worst part, and you can make up your own mind. Now this spot right here looks like where they had dug a little hole in preparation for burning this stuff. Burning it, I should say burying this stuff. And that's exactly what we would do if we were to come in here. We would take one of the skid loaders, we would push this stuff into a pile, and we would either leave it, push it out of sight and leave it, or dig a little pit and bury it. I mean, you could have it hauled away, but as far as I know, all they'll do if you haul it to the dump is bury it anyway. So you can bury it right here. So now that you've seen the worst part, let's look at some of the nice parts of this property. This trail goes back quite a ways. I haven't gone too far. You'll want to look at the topo map to really see how this land lays. But I really think it lays pretty nicely. I'm trying to remember here. I think the last time I was here, I walked back a couple hundred feet and ran into a small creek which was flowing. So let's go do a little investigation. We've got mature timber all over the property. In fact, we've got a lot of good timber on this property. So that's one saving grace, one thing it has going for it. I can see some old stumps. So at some point, this has been logged, but it's been, geez, I have no idea, decades, I would guess, because we've got a lot of good marketable timber. Once the property's been paid for in full, you can do whatever you want with that marketable timber. You can cut it, you can sell it, you can use it on the property to build a log cabin. That's once you've paid for the property in full. Until then, of course, it can't be cut or sold or used. But we will make written exceptions if you're doing a building site or extra driveways or trails, because obviously sometimes you just have to remove some timber for those things. As we get further back, I really don't see any more of the trash. This is where the little creek was running. It's dry now. So it's clearly a wet weather creek. Possibility for doing a pond, maybe. And this trail, this is as far as I've been. I haven't been past the little creek bed, but the trail clearly continues. Now, since this likely was some kind of homestead at some time, good chance there's a well, maybe a dug well out here someplace. So just be aware of that. We haven't explored this property at all, so I really don't know the status of any dug wells or whatnot, but generally, if it was a home site, then there was a water source. And this is just kind of an open area. Really interesting property. If we were to go more northerly on the property, it would rise up a little bit. I'll just take a quick peek over here since we're back here. And you've got some nice timber up there. It rises up and then levels off. So the bottom line on this place is, if our guys were to come in and spend 2 days and bury that trash and clean it up a little bit, the price would be substantially higher, because other than the major trash situation, this is really a nice property. I mean, you've got this long trail going back to the west. You're super secluded here. You've got big timber. You're less than 5 miles from Birch Tree, which has a gas station and a bank and that kind of stuff. And then you're only about 10 miles from Mountain View, which is kind of the bigger regional town, has a Walmart. It's a super Walmart, but it's actually not as big as a normal super Walmart. And then lumber yards and all that stuff in Mountain View. So if you're kind of a handy guy and you can, or gal obviously, and you can run a skid steer or a tractor with a loader and push some of this trash together, I mean, you can save yourself many thousands of dollars. So I guess feel free to look at this as an opportunity, a money-saving opportunity, or as a bunch of trash. Your choice. Good way to get some instant sweat equity in the property. Clean up that junk and throw a little dirt over it or whatnot. because like I said, this is truly a nice property. There may be some other trails. I'm really not sure. It's a large property. You'll probably find some type of old home site somewhere, I would guess. Like I said, watch out for the dug well if there is one. There you have it. Tract 12 at Turkey Hollow, super close to the Mark Twain National Forest, and super, super private. Potential to be an awesome property. Right now it's this east side for sure, bit of an eyesore, but potential to be a really, really nice property. Also a ton of wildlife in this area. If you couldn't tell by the name, Turkey Hollow. Although I spooked a deer out here about an hour ago when I was doing something up the road, a couple 100 yards. So anyway, there you have it. It's a pretty good look at Tract 12. Come and check it out at Turkey Hollow. Visit us at InstantAcres.com, and if the property is still available, we would love to work with you.